Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
Taylor Swift is a link builder. There were rumors that she would get engaged. Our client said, let's give them a free wedding venue. And then we got them 50 links. That's digital PR.
Managing multiple clients or large websites? Automate your SEO with Ali AI. Start your free trial now.
Thank you. Conversion rate optimization strategies for business owners, not just business owners. If you're a business leader, you have a team that reports to you in marketing, this is relevant to you. So what makes me qualified to talk about conversion optimization strategies? Over the years, I've been lucky to report into CEOs, CMOs, COOs, all through the hierarchy. And that has kind of shaped how I think. I started my career in SEO, evolved to paid search, analytics, UX, and email marketing. So I'm not just an expert in all those disciplines. I'm also qualified with certifications. My face, when I'm thinking, I frown. So I have a constant resting bitch face. So don't think I'm angry or anything. So thinking bitch face, so to speak. So let's start with this talk is going to be divided into 4 sections. The first section is just talking about the history of websites. This is just to help you think about where your website is at, how you're doing conversion optimization. So I'm going to breeze through from how it was in the 90s till now. And then I'm going to talk about the problems of CRO. After that, then I'm going to talk about conversion optimization strategies. And then I'll finish up with what you can do quickly when you get back to your offices that you can implement straight away. So history of websites. Websites started in the 90s, very static pages. You could hardly do anything on websites, just brochure websites. And then business owners realized that, okay, we can sell online. And they started improving websites. So you have funnels, you have B2B website, you have websites in different sectors. The whole website have journeys, and these are the things that conversion rate optimization is all about, optimizing those journeys. So websites got improved over the years, and then companies and business owners started realizing that, hang on a minute, we can get a lot of traffic to websites, and we can sell through that way. And luckily for Google, this is how they got made very, very rich. So Google has been able to tap into people sending traffic to the website. But this has also affected people's thinking. There's that assumption that getting traffic to your websites is the only way you sell, not necessarily the only approach that you can use to get people to buy from you. So over the years, analytics came into the picture, quantitative analytics. People were able to track how people interacted on your website, where they came from, where they dropped off from. The problem with where they drop off from is we all assume that page is where the problem is, where in actual fact, the problem started somewhere else, but that's the place they got fed up and dropped off. So when you're thinking about analytics tracking, don't just focus on the high drop-off points. You need to understand the journey, how it started, because they were pissed. It's just like a good example is we've all been in relationships. It's not the day they break up with you that it's not what you did that day that caused the breakup. You need to think about what led to that. So that's the same thinking I would encourage you to think about when you're using analytics. And then companies started realizing that, okay, how can we make our website perform better? We have to create 2 versions. And this is for people that don't know about A/B testing. You have software solutions that enable you to offer people 2 different versions of a landing page. You can even have 2 different funnels of a journey, a checkout funnel, and you test which one works the best. So if you're not already A/B testing, you need to start thinking about it. And then over the years, my mouth is drying up, so let me drink something. So over the years, companies then realized that, we can add session replay. Session replay tools are like tools that would record how people behave on your website. You actually see the recording You can't see their personal information, but you can see different recordings of different journeys, and it gives you more qualitative insight. The quantitative insights is the analytics I mentioned earlier on. And then as the website journey grew, companies that are a little bit advanced started bringing user experience into their conversion optimization processes. Some companies don't have this in place, but it's something I would recommend as well. Real-time personalization. This one is where you have a situation where someone comes to your website, you know them, and you personalize what they see based on what you know about them. I had a bad experience with real-time personalization with an e-commerce company in the UK. I'm not going to mention the name, but I bought something for £70 on that website, and then I went back about 5 minutes later. The same thing I paid £70 for was now £50. I was pissed off. So what I realized is they were personalizing through whatever tool they're using, organic traffic to be expensive, while paid traffic was cheaper. So every time I go back to their website, I don't go through organic anymore. It's their luck, so I just go through paid search, which costs them more money. So real-time personalization, if you're not doing it, it's a way to improve your website conversion, but you have to not do what the other guys did. Then AI has been something that has been introduced as well. You can use AI to look at reviews and get a sense of what people are saying. So if you go to like all this Trustpilot and things, if you want to get an understanding of what people really think about your brand, you can do some magic with AI to give you context into what that is about. I mentioned earlier on about the company that personalized the experience. So where we're at the moment is where we as conversion rate optimization experts, we fall into that trap where we feel we just have to get conversion. We do everything. Another example is I drink a lot of green smoothies. So I've been having bad luck with blenders. So I bought a blender, I put ice into it, it just went up in smoke. I'm like, okay. Started looking for another one. I'm a marketer, by the way. And all the marketing, communication, and everything I saw said, oh, it's the best blender, it's powerful, it will blend ice, blah, blah, blah. 2 days before this conference, that blender went up in smoke. So they converted me, but they also pissed me off because they literally lied about what their product can do. So when you're trying to convert on your website, I would implore you to be a bit ethical. Let's not be creative with the truth. Let's tell them what our product can do, and that would help us. So let's talk about CRO problems. Problems will give you solutions. If you know what problem you have, then you can think about how to solve them. In my experience of conversion optimization, A/B testing, one big problem that I've seen in the industry is everybody seems to take A/B testing as a hammer. Your website has a problem, A/B testing. That's all they think about. That's all we think about. So we need to think outside the box, not just have this experimentation dogma that A/B testing is the only solution. There are other ways to improve conversion on your website. I'm going to talk about some of those down the line. And there's also this overwhelming best practices. Because something has worked for a certain website doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for another website. And we fall into that trap where companies, agencies, or even experts will say, because I've done 10,000 experimentation over the past 10 years, I know everything. So I have all the best practices. Some of these are contradictory. Again, you need to understand your customer and do what is unique to them. So I would encourage you to avoid contradictory best practices. This ways of working, I actually wrote a book about this in 2017. So I could talk about this all day long, but I'm not going to do that. So ways of working, while digital marketing has improved over the years and it's evolved with tools, one thing that has remained consistent is the structure of organizations and the structure of teams has never changed. We struggle with how we can structure our teams to think about the customer journey. Think about the funnel. I don't think there's an organization that has the team structured with how the customer purchase journey or customer lifetime is structured. So this is a problem. Some organizations I'm going to talk about the solutions, obviously. So yeah, ways of working is another problem. So now let's talk about conversion rate optimization strategies. The first thing as business owners and business leaders is I want you to understand that you operate at a different level. So when you say A/B test, when I say A/B testing, just take A/B testing as a lower approach to conversion optimization. Conversion rate optimization at the upper level, where C-level business owners and people that are in authority should operate in, is customer retention optimization, not conversion rate optimization. We as marketers, we know that it's much more cheaper to get a repeat customer to come back. It's much more cheaper, sometimes free, to get a customer through word of mouth marketing. That is why that's why I believe customer retention optimization should be your CRO, not conversion rate optimization. So how do you do this? I mentioned earlier on about the problems. First thing I would recommend, based on my experience working with clients, when I go into an organization, I try and I deliver trainings. I have an SEO background, so I understand SEO, so I understand how it intersects with CRO and how it intersects with email marketing, how it intersects with Google Ads, brand. I have a master's degree in marketing as well. So all this, if you have a CRO team in your organization, you need to train the other arms of your marketing, but you also need to be careful because you can train them and they think they know everything and they don't need you anymore. So you need to find that balance where you train them, you teach them to be good enough to be dangerous, but they still need you or they'll show you the door. So by show of hands, can you raise your hand if you have a CRO team in-house? Thank you. If you work with an external CRO agency. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make here is CRO sits at this level, but this is where CRO should sit. So CRO should be your integrator. I don't know how many people are football fans here, but if you have a good midfield, a good engine, I'm a Chelsea fan, if you have a good N'Golo Kante, you're going to win things. So CRO should be that person that works with all these teams. SEO teams will go to one corner and do their SEO strategy. Paid search will go to one corner and do their strategy. Content will do their strategy. There's nobody looking, even email marketing and brand, there's nobody connecting the dots. So as business leaders and business owners and people in senior positions, I would encourage you, if you don't have CRO at a level up, you yourself as a head of digital can upskill yourself to understand CRO. When I say CRO for this level, I'm talking about conversion rate optimization that is not purely focused on A/B testing, something that thinks about customer retention optimization. So in organizations that I've worked over the years, the best optimization teams have been cross-functional teams. The hierarchy I showed earlier on still stays, but you structure everyone to come in like a subscription squad. They all come into play. In financial services, you have compliance, you have legal, you have product, you have all these people coming in as a team, and the CRO subject matter expert is the lead of that squad. That is how you get results. Analytics and data will tell you what to do. It would even give you the results, sorry. But it's how your team, the activities that are involved, that's what leads to the data. So you don't expect the data to tell you how to improve your ways of working. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. So cross-functional workflow from a CRO standpoint is something I would recommend. So now let's talk about metrics. This is MeasureFest, by the way. So I've worked in organizations where the C-level CRO that I'm talking about is you looking at the number of first-time customers you have. And the question you need to ask yourself is, how long does it take for them to become repeat customers? And what do you have to do to help them become repeat customers? And for some products, you don't have repeat customers. Once they buy it, they're not going to buy again. The other metric you need to look at is, how do you encourage them from a word of mouth marketing perspective? So in the organizations I've worked in, we have this dashboard created organization-wide. Everybody has visibility for it. You know specifically on a daily, weekly, monthly, you just have this data showing people that are customers, not people that have bought and returned things, people that are customers and people that are returning customers, and you're able to see that trend. Once you have you make this visible to everyone, everybody starts thinking in that direction. Your goal is that level 2 conversion, retaining customers. And the question you need to ask yourself is, marketing budgets is where the problem starts, in my humble opinion. When you set your budget, you give a lot of budget to advertising. Some don't even give budget to SEO. Some even don't have budget for conversion optimization. So if you are able to ask yourself the question, where do I invest to have the most impact for customer experience and drive customers through word of mouth marketing, that is the best thing you can do from a conversion, customer retention optimization perspective. So yeah, I have 4 minutes left. So thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.